as promised, we're going to make biscuits and gravy today, American ones. I've made the biscuits a few times, not quite got it right, so we're going to try another recipe today. Okay, so we have 2.5 cups of flour, and we have 2 teaspoons of sugar and half a teaspoon of salt. I'll give that a bit of a mix. I'm working from a different recipe than I've ever used, so I have it on my phone over here if you wonder what I'm doing. Just making sure I've got it alright. Okay. Flour, sugar, salt in the bowl. Okay, so I've kept this in the fridge because you really want to keep this cold. Whilst we're doing it, you want to not play with it too much, because if that melts too much, apparently it's going to make it like just not good. So we have 4 tablespoons of butter and 4 tablespoons of, well, in England it's going to be large, but they call it shortening. So I'm going to put all that in. Now what it says, and I'm a little bit confused about this, so it says to mix it, well, it says whisk it, and we should get like a breadcrumb consistency, which isn't going to happen because those chunks are too big, but I did it the way it said to do it. If I was making English pastry, I'd have my hands in there and we'd be crumbling it. But I don't want to play with it too much because I know it does make a difference from the last ones I've ever made. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll show you what it looks like. It isn't breadcrumbs consistency whatsoever. See, it's like big, chunky. I don't want to play with it too much because it's all going to melt. And we've got the oven on because it says to preheat the oven. So what I'm going to do is leave it that consistency right now. And it says to make a well in the middle. Then we use buttermilk. Oh, that's not buttermilk, cottage cheese. Buttermilk, where is it? Okay, can't find the buttermilk. Buttermilk from Asda. So we want a cup of this. Oh, it's quite thick. Okay, I should just put the whole thing in. That is a cup, okay. Right, and then I'm just checking to see what it actually wants us to get the consistency to be. Okay, stir with a spoon, get a fork. So it's just until the liquid is absorbed, you just get a spoon. Okay, so it's just, I'm literally just mixing it until the liquid is absorbed. I'm not going to mess about with it any more than that, because that's when you go wrong. You really want to play with it the least amount as possible, so as soon as you get the consistency you're happy with, this says just to keep going until liquid is absorbed and it comes away from the sides. But right now I've still got a lot of flour going on there, so I can get some more out of this. A lot. I know this is probably really boring for you right now. I don't know what else to do with the camera that I can get it in the right angle. This is the boring bit anyway. So it's looking, now it's looking breadcrumby, which he said we should have been after before. So look, we've got breadcrumby going on here. It's not supposed to be like that. We are supposed to be on, what's the consistency it says? Liquid absorbed, the dough comes away from the sides. Okay, well the dough is coming away from the sides. Add a bit more buttermilk if the dough is dry, which we've just done. Do not overmix. The dough will be tacky. Okay, I guess it's tacky. The butter was really thicker chunks and that's maybe, okay, so I'm just gonna, it doesn't say to do this, but I'm just gonna try and knead it a little bit to get it together, just to like make it one solid lump rather than lots of bits. I apologise, this bit's boring. Okay, it's coming together slowly, but it is getting there. I can always cut this bit out. A few straggly bits on the bottom still. I'm thinking if I do this again, I'd probably cut the butter up into smaller chunks. I thought they were small enough, they were on the other recipes. But it's all trial and error when you try new recipes, so. And it's not going to be as good as what he's expecting anyway, because Scott's used to having this from America, and it's usually they go out to eat, don't they, in America. It's a lot cheaper over there. Or you buy it in a packet, the Pillsbury packet. Have you ever seen those? Where you just hit the container on the side, it pops open and you just put it on the baking tray. We don't have anything like that in England. I wish they did. Okay. So, we have a lump of it now. So I'm just going to get a little bit of flour. Getting really warm in it because of that oven. Okay, now we're going to roll it out again, not too much. It says about, well, this is really not held together very well. Okay. I'm not sure if this is going to come out, but it's starting to get sticky with the butter melting already, so we're just going to, might be better off turning my fingers. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, so it says about 3/4 of an inch. I'm not very good at measurements, so we'll just go with what, inch is about that big. Okay, I'm not going to turn it again because it's now starting to stick. I think I'm messing about with it too much. Okay, so cutter. Don't ever put your hand on top because you don't want the suction thing, makes a difference to these. Let's see how many we can get out. 2. It says 10 to 12, so I'm thinking maybe I did it too thin then. But it is what it is, we'll see how it comes out. We got 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let me just get rid of these, put them on the baking sheet. So we're putting on a baking sheet with no, it says not to oil it, so it's just the sheet dry. I'll show you it in a minute. Oh, sorry about that. Bastia. And my baking sheet is only going to take 12. I've definitely done this wrong because we're getting way more than 12 out of this. I played with it way too much. I didn't want to play around with it this much. I feel the butter melting in it. Okay, my baking sheet is only going to take 12, so let's just put these on there. Yes, it's sticking now. Okay, let me just wash my hand because I can't put the camera up, it's all floury. Okay, so on the baking sheet, no oil. We're going to put it in the oven for 15 to 18 minutes, gas mark 8, 450 Fahrenheit, and then I'll let you see how it comes out. Okay, so biscuits are out the oven, that's how they come out. They should have risen more than that, but I'm not the best of cooks. We're gonna get a live reaction. It's from someone who knows what he's doing. You've had a few of these in your past, haven't you?
Nice softness to them.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try some of it first.
You don't have to pretend.
I'm not.
Be honest.
Those are actually really good.
Okay.
Not salty like last time.
Yeah, that was a mistake. We had too much salt, didn't we?
Try that. That is good.
Okay, you can put a bit of butter on it. Would that make a difference?
Don't need it.
Don't need it? Oh, wow. See, I'm not a connoisseur of this, so I don't know what we're after. That's a different texture. Before, it's very scony, isn't it?
Yep.
Whereas this is a little bit...
That's not bad.
So, we would recommend this if somebody wants to try it and they've not tried them before.
Yep.
Okay.
Even though they didn't rise, it didn't take away from the taste.
That's good. We like that.
Looks, okay. They're not...
Yeah, they're not the prettiest.
But the way they are is not bad. Not bad at all.
There you go. Coming from a professional. Okay, so biscuits are done. All I've done in here is put the sausage and I've browned it. Let me see, let you know how much sausage is in there. It says a pound. I'm winging it. I'm making it up as I go along pretty much. Which is the way I cook, which is why most of the time it don't come out that well. So, we've browned that off. We are supposed to put some onions in, but we bought onions yesterday and we can't find the onions, so I've probably put them somewhere in a strange place. We'll probably find them during the week, but I can't find them anywhere. So now we're going to make sure we've got about 3 tablespoons of fat in there. So I'm just going to put some more lard because there is no fat going on in here at the moment. Again, I'm winging it. Oh, sorry. Try and adjust it a little bit more so you can see what's going on. Okay. I'm thinking I probably need a little bit more. I'm just going to wait for the fat to melt down because we want it runny. We don't want a hard lard in there. Just take a minute. And then we're going to put 6 tablespoons of flour. It sounds like a lot. Okay, so the fat's gone. The flour in, give it a good mix. And then we're supposed to cook this for 6 to 8 minutes until the flour goes brown and it bubbles. Just need to keep mixing it. It will mix in with the fat. But I'm not going to record this for the next 6 to 8 minutes because it'll be boring for you. So I'm going to turn off now and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so as you can see now it's slightly browned. Now I'm going to add the seasonings. I've got, this is half a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Put that in. Splash of hot sauce, doesn't matter which one, Tabasco, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is a couple of dashes, so again I'm winging it. And it says a couple of dashes of Worcester sauce. And then it says to cook that for a minute so the flavours can deepen. That's so professional now. It actually smells really good. Okay, and then we're going to add 4 cups of milk. It says whole milk, but we don't have any, so we just make do with what we got. Ooh, I'm not sure if this pan's going to be big enough. Okay, I'm leaving it at that because if I need to add more I can, but I can't take it out. So we're going to just keep stirring this. Turn it up. And it will start to thicken. And we're going to keep going this for about 15 minutes. So again, I'm not going to do this 15 minutes because you'll get bored. So I'll show you when it's done. Okay, so it's finished now. This is the sort of consistency we're after. That it's quite thick. You see that? And he has just tested it. He says it's good. So if you've never done it before, this is a good recipe to go with apparently. And I'm really not the best cook, so ooh, I'm a bit blurry as well. So that's it, biscuits and gravies are done, and I'll show you what it looks like on the plate. So that was it, finished product. The biscuits and gravy went well. Scott said that was the best version so far. It's more the biscuits, which England biscuits is something you dunk in your tea. American biscuits is more like a English scone, but a bit softer, and I never understood that because I've never had them. But he said the consistency was a lot better, so that was a good recipe. If you want to try it, give it a go, let me know how it comes out, and I'll see you soon. Bye.